CaveCast, sucker.
It is the CMP CaveCast, episode 49, June 14th. I'm almost 30. God damn. June 14th, 2015. It's like a month away.
Kines has been 30 for a year.
Yo,
I thought we were the same age for a second. I was like, hey, he's a year older than I am.
Yeah. Well,
he owns the day.
My testosterone is plummeting.
Monk's with me as always, and that other voice, that other sensual tone that you hear on the microphone is Kines back with us again. Yeah. Your testosterone's going down?
Well, in your early 30s, it's supposed to.
It's
supposed to take a big dip.
I lost a testicle right before my 30s, so
Yeah, that was
I kind of feel like.
Yeah, you lost half your shit.
Well, I think the left one he stepped his game up, and I'm pretty sure it's doubled in size, which I haven't asked the doctor about
You don't
yet.
seem any different. You're not like
It's not elephant.
you're not wearing brighter colors. Or
I
anything.
cry a lot.
My medication lowers mine. It's supposed to, at least. And
His medication is estrogen. It's
yeah.
pretty obvious that's what it's going to do. Do you what do you like? Is there a side effect that you guys feel yet?
No.
From being 30?
No, from thinking you have like low testosterone.
I haven't had sex in a very long time.
Oh, dude, I want to get on PEDs so bad.
My hair's falling out a little faster.
I want some
Mine is
HGH.
too.
I want all the stuff that is not steroids, but it's still illegal, like in sports. I
Yeah.
want all that shit. The HG. I want the HGHs.
Yeah, I'd
and I
like
want
to see
the
a list
testosterone boostings.
of like what's legal, what they're actually doing. That's like
It's
legal.
crazy. I've heard so many when people are busted for steroids. I hear so many different, like huge long words. It's like that's a steroid. Stan is Stan or something.
And I think the only way you get in trouble for steroids is if you do something professionally. Like otherwise, it's okay to do steroids all you want.
They're not gonna pull me off to the side while I'm wiring a fucking electronic panel tomorrow and be like, Mr. Admire, we need you to fill this up.
He's looking pretty good.
Well, even some things, it's a given.
You've come back for Stana's lol.
Like wrestling, like pro wrestling. I don't know if it's actually even tested.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's pretty much just a given that they're on it.
Pretty sure the top was blown off that case when fucking Chris Benoit put his kid in the crippler crossface.
Yeah.
Ooh, that got dark real
after
quick.
he was dead. Like, yeah. No, that was it was a great joke about Chris Benoit the other day, and I can't quite remember, but it was awesome. It reminded me of
It's
how
gotta be
horrible
awful.
people are.
Because he was psychotic.
Hilarious.
He was psychotic, just in interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You could tell there wasn't much. He had like shark eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
he
nothing
looked like
back there.
he looked like a killer.
So
He was. That's the cool thing. You know, like he looked like one. He was a killer.
Canadians, man, they're not usually like that.
yeah, they'll sneak up on you though.
God damn.
Happy week. Officially, Tamir Rice's murder of the 12-year-old Cleveland kid that got shot for having a pellet gun. He's not quite brought up on charges, but the district attorney or the judge or whatever has said that
They're closing it.
that they have enough to bring charges forth, basically. So I think it's a matter of time. So that's cool. Tim Lohman, you're going down. You're gonna
Fucking
probably
piece
get off.
of
You're probably gonna get
shit.
off, but and then Walter Scott, the guy that got shot in the back, his murderer has officially been indicted on
much more swift
on murder charges, and it's a type of murder charge where what do they call it, where it shows malice as a forethought.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like premeditated type. Like, it's a good one.
Right
So
on.
I really feel like that guy's going down. I think the fucking
I keep thinking, every time one of these comes up, I keep thinking, okay, this time, this one's for sure. They're gonna at least.
They acted very quickly on that.
Yeah.
This one. This is the one that
that's why there wasn't a bunch of uprising in South Carolina, is because they're like 2 days into it, you're fired and you're charged with murder.
Well, eventually, there's got to be at least like a cop that they don't like that gets in trouble, and they're like, okay, we'll at least give this one up to the gods, to appease everybody.
Sacrifice this
that was like
motherfucker.
that guy in Chicago that we talked about a couple of cavecasts ago. This dude that, one of the guys that took the picture with the black guy with the horns on him.
Yeah.
That dude was a fucking Denzel Washington type bad cop. Like,
Yeah.
he was into some shit, and I think they didn't hesitate with that guy when the first thing came down.
We're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
he
that
hasn't been
picture
a-
looked awful.
He hasn't been a cop in years.
At first, but I don't know. I think
It's still an awful picture all around.
we
It's
covered.
the guy-
We did cover it, but
the guy,
he looks like he's taking part in it.
which I feel like, God, do your people some fucking justice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I didn't know
not
that at
dumb him
first.
down 20, not 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been
fucking
convinced he probably was in on it.
Yeah. But then, that's where I was like, so I started looking deeper, and you realize both these guys were fucking horrible, horrible cops. And, so, and then also, I think I read somewhere that a country music singer got killed in a shootout with a bounty hunter this week. So, I mean, we're riding high.
Right on.
Who is the country singer?
Bland,
didn't-
bland,
We gotta get a button for that anytime country music when you're not here. I don't know. It wasn't. I'm not really up on my country singers. Plus, I didn't read the article. I just kind of read the headline as I usually.
Alan
do.
Williams or something.
Well,
Yeah, something.
Well, he could, he might have just been placed into the country genre. He might have been able to rock any type of beat. I guess that's what they do with people nowadays.
Yeah,
They
it's
just,
pop.
they just
It's
plug
pop
them in.
So we were just talking about this. First of all, I texted you the other night. It was last night, huh?
Mhm.
Watching that fucking Deontay Wilder box.
Yeah, I only got to see the highlights on Showtime.
Do you see him land that initial straight out left hook where he was at full extension and caught him in the corner and dropped him the first time?
He's a little taller and longer than I thought he was.
6'7".
Because the last
He's got
fight,
long arms.
I remember seeing him in. He must have been fighting a guy closer to his size because I didn't realize how big he was until I watched the highlights.
Yeah, him and Klitschko are the two. I think there's one guy that's taller than them too, and as far as heavyweight champions or something. There's a 7-footer or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's a beast. But now onto the real sport of the night, MMA.
Yeah.
Fabricio Werdum, man, did you look into that at all? You hear
Yeah, I
anything
saw.
about
I looked up the results last night.
it? Holy shit!
Schaub called that.
He did.
Wow.
There's actually a lot of people. Fucking Bob Kelly called it too. But this dude, like, I haven't given him any credit for years because of watching him getting his fucking ears wobbled from an uppercut from Junior Dos Santos. It was his last fight in the UFC before he went to Strikeforce. He got let go because he was losing fights. I think he lost 2 out of 3 or something like that. But he got put to sleep by Junior Dos Santos on.
He's not old, is he?
Is
that what his deal is, or did he just
he's
go on a
30
losing streak?
4?
Yeah, he's been around for a fucking long time,
He's
but
only lost 5 fights.
but he and yeah, one of those was a decision victory for Overeem where it wasn't really much of a fight. But I was going through it, and let me read off some of these names that Fabricio has fucking taken out. So Overeem, he beat Overeem. He submitted Overeem back in the day. I think in Pride maybe. Alex Emelianenko, Fedor's younger brother.
I remember him.
Bigfoot Silva, Fedor himself. It was the first time Fedor's been finished.
His 27 fight win streak.
Yeah, it ended it was when Fedor was still a monster.
Mm.
And he choked out Fedor, submitted Big Nog, one of only two people to do it, him and Frank Mir. Demolished Travis Brown on the feet, knocked out Mark Hunt with a fucking flying knee, and then choked out Cain Velasquez last night.
Why was he such a fucking underdog? That's a hell of a...
He was a jiu-jitsu world champion,
Mm-hmm.
and his game wasn't rounded out. He's added these crazy Muay Thai skills in the last like 5 years.
So he wasn't a good striker before.
No, not he was diving at people. You know those guys you see that are just jiu-jitsu guys that come straight out and they immediately hit the ground trying to dive at your ankles.
That's what Kron's thinking he can do.
Yeah.
And that's like, people are even telling him in interviews, like, you really think you're gonna be able to go in with just jiu-jitsu? And he's like, yeah, but no one's really.
My
been able to
jiu-jitsu
do it.
is the best.
Right.
Yeah.
They said, it was funny how they said before the fight about how Fabricio was better than Cain at pretty much at fighting. In general, that's what they said. They said they compared Cain to early Mike Tyson. Is like you know it's coming and you couldn't stop it. And that was
GSP,
enough to
Ben Askren,
that's enough to get
Floyd
him
Mayweather.
through. But Fabricio being as good as I mean, the people you named off, I mean, he's obviously...
That is a fucking hit list, man.
He's obviously as good as that list says.
That's a career right there.
Now,
it's crazy. They're legends.
He joked about retirement in the press conference last night, but I don't think he was serious. But here's the thing. He's a goofy dude. He's fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking always got this big smile on his face. But he is one of the most feared fucking strikers now in the UFC. Not only that, but he's the best heavyweight jiu-jitsu practitioner there is.
Yeah.
Like nobody can fuck with him on the ground.
Was Cain his usual self? I mean, was there...
Cain took it like a man, didn't make any excuses, but he said he wished... Mexico City is super high elevations, and he said he wished he would have come down more than 2 weeks out. He'd only been there for 2 weeks, and Fabricio had been there for over a month training.
I think if they fight again, it's a much closer fight.
Yeah,
if it's not in the same...
they could visibly tell that Cain was gassed at the end of the fucking first round. Basically,
right.
He was
gassed.
He's probably right.
His name is Cardio Cain.
Right.
They didn't like. Okay, so the funny thing was, his coach Javier Mendez, I think is what his name is, the American Kickboxing Academy guy, was on Ariel Helwani's show last Monday. And he was in Mexico, and Cain was in L.A. doing some promotional shit. And Mendez, Javier actually said, fucking, I tried to talk Cain into coming down earlier. He wouldn't do it. 2 weeks out, I begged him to come down, but he won't do it. He won't leave home for that long. Mm-hmm. But Javier said, but that's the thing about Cain is his cardio. It doesn't matter really, you know what I mean? And well, it turned out to fucking matter a lot.
Yeah, it must have.
Well, the thing, we have the Mile High City, and they talk about how the air's thin up there. It's higher. It's even higher. The altitude there is even higher than.
Yeah,
Mile
Dana
High.
White won't put on heavyweight fights anymore in Denver because Mark Hunt and Ben Rothwell fought there in Denver, and they both fucking just
that's hilarious.
Sucking swamp water at the end of round one because they couldn't do it.
And then they have championship heavyweight fights in fucking Mexico City.
Yeah.
I've never experienced high altitude thin air before, so I don't even know what that feels like. But I've heard it's like it saps you, like you fatigue and.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Up at the top of Mount Willamette Pass, if you're up at the top of those mountains, you can feel it up at the top.
Huh.
I've always been able to feel the thinner air.
Thinner.
It's just
I've had in boxers in California, they'll go train in Big Bear because of that.
Yeah, it's another one, another high altitude training place. But yeah, it forces your lungs to expand and get bigger. Mm-hmm. And it's just like. The old donut on the bat when you're doing batting practice, like you swing that bat after the donut's gone and doesn't feel like there's anything in your hands, basically. So you train at altitude and come down, and you're golden when the air's nice and thick.
Mm-hmm.
But Fabricio Werdum, like, all of a sudden out of nowhere, could possibly go down, I'm starting to think, as the greatest heavyweight MMA, mixed martial artist of all time.
That's a hell of a hit list you just read off. So
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, Fedor.
Who did he not beat? I mean,
who's beat him?
Like,
Yeah, that's
like
what
Junior Dos Santos knocked him out. Overeem beat him in a decision in their second fight. And some of them were he lost a decision to Sergey Karatanov back in the day.
your typical losses.
I mean, is there
decisions? Yeah.
Is there a guy in his time that he should have fought that he didn't? Now that he fought Kane, I mean, is there a big name missing from his list?
Well,
because that sounds like a hell of a. I mean, as far as I don't know all the names, but that's a lot of heavyweights.
He never fought Brock, did he?
He lost. No, he lost a decision to Andrei Arlovsky too, which is real interesting because Arlovsky doing the same thing he's doing. All of a sudden, Arlovsky's a monster again. Where it's same with Fabricio when he was getting knocked out by Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a moment when you saw both those guys, like Fedor knocking out Arlovsky out of the sky, swatting him like Bigfoot.
Number 3 heavyweight, is that Miocic?
Yeah,
he
Stipe.
So for challengers, is it gonna be Dos Santos? Probably.
He's back in the mix now, but he hasn't had a fight in a long time.
Arlovsky, probably Stipe'd get it before Arlovsky, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Here's what I think's gonna happen. Stipe's gonna get it, and then there's a possibility that Arlovsky and Ben Rothwell fight.
Okay.
And that would be a good fight.
Fucking crazy.
I think the heavyweights in UFC are like, that's part of why I don't think. I think the UFC is part of the reason now that boxing doesn't have good heavyweights. Because the best heavyweights, I think, that would be boxers are in MMA right now.
I was watching that Deontay Wilder fight, and I was going, what would he have to do? Like, he's 6'7". That's tall for an MMA fighter, but it works. Travis Brown's pretty fucking good, and he's 6'7". And I was trying to think, like, he's athletic, man. He could make the switch, but there's just no point.
Yeah.
Because money.
Well, if he runs into problem in boxing, like, then he could give it a shot, I guess, because maybe his ground game, he'd have a knack for it or something.
I think he looks athletic enough to where he could do it. But the Arlovsky fight's intriguing. The heavyweight division's all mixed up again now that Fabricio's on top, and so there's guys for him there. There's a couple of guys for him, but if he runs through Miocic and beats Arlovsky, like, there's nobody. Like, Junior Dos Santos has knocked him out, so he could stake a
fucking Rothwell. I just can't. I can get choked the fuck out.
the podcaster that you once knew is no more. I am something completely different. Admire 2.0.
Yeah, he went nuts, didn't he?
That was the greatest. I walk into Marcus's room like 3 days ago, and I'm watching it on my phone, and I just come in there, and he's like, I literally just got done playing that on the computer. Like, we should keep watching it over and over again.
It was a WWF promo, WWE promo, pretty much.
And there's people talking shit on it. Like, Louis J. Gomez was talking shit. He hated it, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I thought it was funny.
It was great.
It was what it was.
And then the finger at the end.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The face, dude. He's always been creepy. He does that weird with his eyebrows and shit. I don't know, but
he's just trying to get some fucking. He's trying
to get that Conor McGregor heat.
Right, trying to get some.
Conor.
I was listening to Fighter and the Kid, and Schaub was talking. Basically said, to get him to fight, you have to come with like a super fight, Because he's not getting out of bed for $10,000 from Reebok for nothing.
I think he's done, man.
It sounds like it to me.
Who?
Brendan Schaub.
Oh, Schaub, yeah.
Yeah, he sounds real fucking, especially after this Reebok thing, real jaded on fighting.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand it though. Is the Reebok $10,000? Is that just part of it, or
okay?
Is it $10,000 a fight no matter what? Like what's the...
So it's a tiered system where what's it, tenure seniority sort of thing, where if you have 1 to 5 fights, I believe it's $5,000 per fight,
right?
And then if you have 6 to 10 fights, it's 10 G's. And
it's fucking ridiculous.
So on accordingly, the champions get $40,000 flat, and then there's people like Rousey, McGregor, used to be John Jones, that have personal deals also with Reebok. Yeah. Which, the more and more I think about it, it's pretty fucked up because
they hand out special fucking monies to extra endorsements to the people they like.
Right. Well, it's people bringing in, putting asses in seats. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
But that's it. I mean, like,
I bet you Dana will change it in the future if it.
They already did once. It was gonna be based off a ranking, and then you had guys going like, "Are you kidding me?" Like Joe Lozon, who's had 25 fights or something ridiculous in the UFC.
Makes more sense to me.
He's outside of the top 10. And
it's interesting to watch because
it makes a lot more sense.
The boxing world, we want a president to take over.
Yeah.
But then there's fighters that don't want that because
it makes me so angry to watch that Deontay Wilder fight and just see Don King sitting in there,
sitting
like 2 seats away from Charles Barkley.
Fighters though, a lot of fighters are like, well, even with all the crazy promoters and dirty asses that they are, we're able to make a fortune the way it is. But it's interesting watching Dana do what he's doing with the MMA, because I would like to see a day where boxing is ran by one president and there's some structure, but they do have to figure out how people are going to get paid and what's the right way to do it.
I feel like there's a lot less money available to go towards the fighters in the UFC's format that they have, but also it's better because, like you said, you've got the one belt system.
Yeah.
You don't have guys.
It's better in almost every way, in my opinion.
Except for the fighters. Some of those guys are fucking struggling. Like,
well, that's why
holding full-time jobs.
It's one of the few areas that boxing is still.
And it baffles me. I don't understand it.
No, that's why I like the ranking system. It gives people an incentive to fucking to win their fights.
Well, it does, but
I think there should be a bonus for the people that have been there.
It's got to be a mix of tenure and ranking.
I feel that's the only way to be fair about it.
Because
like you were saying, Connor's bringing people in, but like what he fights in the lower tier at this point, right? Or he's made it to the second tier.
He has a personal deal with them, but if he didn't, he's got 4 or 5 fights, and he's making that's $5,000 sponsorship with the way they have it now. You know? So
just saying, like, does DC have
no?
So if he were to have lost that fight against Rumble, then
if it was in play,
how many UFC fights does he have?
If it was in play,
it's crazy.
I think I don't know. They had Strikeforce and WEC fights too, but I think it's just when the UFC took over and bought the companies, like not all of their Strikeforce fights and whatever. But yeah, they've got to figure something else out. They already changed it once, so it's maybe they're open to
willing for mutation.
Yeah, and you've got
evolution.
You've got like your fucking featherweight champion, then the number 1 pound for pound. Is Jose number 1 pound for pound?
I think he is at this point.
Fighter in the world coming out, talking for the little guys, being like this system, this fucking it's not going to work this way.
Because if you think the foundation's built on all the fighters, not just the champions, because without those other fighters, the champions are just champions of fucking. If you have nobody in your division, your champion,
you've got a lot.
You have a lot to
real
prove.
Popular fighters that bring people in.
Plus, they're the guys that are on TV.
Yeah,
like the big name fights or the pay-per-views. But the ones that a lot of people get to see on TV are those guys.
Yeah.
They're just good fighters that aren't at the tippy top yet.
Which that's cool now too, because they have those prelims just on FX and Fox and shit like that now. So those guys are getting more exposure.
Boxing's just now putting boxing back on TV.
They have the prelims, and there is some sort of system they go to have the how they know who's gonna want what fights people want to see.
Right. Yeah.
So there's gonna be like the Melendez Alvarez fight last night.
Yeah.
It was the third fight. It was right before the last two, and it's two ranked guys fighting, and for some reason those guys don't have the Reebok personal Reebok deals, and they have fought in the UFC they'd make jack shit.
Yeah, one guy said
both of them would have
fight.
Yeah, both those guys wouldn't have hardly made anything.
Yeah, so and I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of it's like,
I like the little guy.
Of all the good moves you see the UFC make, it kind of sucks to watch him, to see him like, yeah, you're not putting what you should into this, like it.
Yeah, I'll change it.
And Dana's starting to flounder, like where he used to have comebacks for all this stuff, and now he's just like, well, some people are gonna think what they want to think.
Yeah.
It's like you're not arguing anymore.
Before, wasn't he the end-all ruler, of everything? He still basically is, but now he's got big time. He got Reebok in the mix, and they got some big guys over there too, some heavyweights that probably have their say. Exactly got the as Dana going like, I'm handcuffed right now. I can't say. He can't do what is best for the fighters.
They'll have to figure out a way around it.
Yeah,
you can still keep the Reebok deal and figure out and maybe take some of the stipulations off.
Where they can't have endorsements.
Here's what they need to do: is they need to give them at least 2 spots on their uniforms for sponsorships.
Yeah, NASCAR has more than one.
Let them make their own. Well, yeah, and that's what they have now, where you have sponsorships all over the shorts and shit. But you can't take away all of that extra money. That is the money that is determined by how popular the fighter is and how much work they do.
Money.
Exactly. Yeah. And and the
money.
Reebok stuff, it's just like obligatory. Here's your check for fighting.
Right.
Here's your check for the fighting also.
I'd have Pepsi give me like $500,000 to tattoo Pepsi on my arm. So every fight
it's not a bad logo if you're going to get something tatted.
It's a lifelong promotion.
Yeah.
And you just give me like a lump sum in the beginning.
Would you take the lump sum, or would you want like a incremented payout?
Yeah, the smart thing would be incremented. That way I wouldn't blow it all.
Depending on how much they're going to tax you on that increments.
Yeah,
that's why I take the big.
You're taking the lump sum. Either way, you're taking it.
Either you're going to tell me. Yeah,
you're taking half of it because that's what they're going to take.
Yeah, that's
from you.
I'm not good with money, so
that's
thought about it even with the lottery. Like, would I take the big payday up front, or just I would rather just know I'm going to be paid a good amount of money for the rest of my life, because I'm stupid. I'll do stupid
stuff.
stuff.
Is once you're dead though, that money stops and you can't give it away.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I've always like.
You can build it up though. The ridiculous ones you win, like the real big ones where you get like the amount per month is insane. Like you get like $80,000 a month. That's going to build up. And you'll be able to pass that on.
I give $100 bills out all the time.
Oh, dude, I'd be driving around in the Batmobile with fucking heroin in my pocket and a fucking masterly made samurai sword on my back.
I think
cutting my steak in the restaurant with
it. You could afford your own samurai to just ride shotgun with you in your back car.
Like my personal bodyguard would be a legit samurai.
Like a legit master.
Soon somebody just fucks with me in the bar and he just cuts their beard off all the way up to their chin, and then I'm just like,
quit fucking with me, hipster. Okay,
that could have been your jugular. That was a warning shot.
Quit messing around, lumbersexual. He's so awesome. I gotta get good with a sword. I want to become a swordsman.
Me too. I want to make one.
Just the fact that you could call yourself a swordsman.
I want to learn like legit blacksmith skills. For some reason.
Me too. It's in our blood, man.
I want to bang on fucking hot metal with hammers and make shit out of it.
Like wear a leather, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Apron, a leather apron.
Blacksmith apron.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
some leather gloves.
I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna look into that someday.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
You get it hot and you hit it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you do on Skyrim. That's what you just do.
I knew the Skyrim reference was coming eventually.
Yeah. I did a lot of fucking blacksmithing on Skyrim. That's for sure.
You throw your ore in the fucking.
I made so many fucking
smelter.
iron daggers that I just about ready to lose my mind. 'Cause it was the quickest. It was the quickest way to level up was just to make a shit ton of iron daggers.
I don't ever want to see.
I made leather.
You're going is what you're saying is you're going straight to steel when you actually start honing your actual real skills.
I was good at making leather fucking armor, leather armor, then making it legendary.
It's awesome. They're fantastic.
All right, so if anybody's still listening,
fuck yeah.
How about LeBron?
I have leather armor for sale.
And daggers, iron daggers.
And iron daggers.
Go to his Craigslist page. Lots of iron daggers. What do you think about LeBron's dick?
I watched that fucking clip 5 times because I wanted to see it so bad.
You only had
see it?
You only had to watch it 5 times to come.
I can't see it.
I had to loop it. I had to
He has
loop
no
it
dick.
20 times. Dude,
I can't see either. His dick is the same color as those black shorts, which
No.
I guess it is. But
no, you know that radiator hose that
That's what it looked like?
that
Is that
radiator hose? That
Maybe-
wasn't a radiator hose.
Maybe he'll do it again tonight.
I'll have to look closer. I still have not seen
Here,
it.
if we could bring it up here.
Because the clip I watched online, I was like, I watched it 5-6 times. I'm like, I still don't see it.
No,
I'm rooting for LeBron in this dick. I
hope his dick wins the MVP.
Yeah.
it already has in my heart. I'll tell you that much. That thing was
Radiator hose. That's fucking huge, man.
Let's see here. And black.
I don't understand why people are mad about it. Though, like
People are mad about it?
yeah, like people. I seen people posting like he should have known better, or what. I'm like, he's just
Fucking people are ridiculous.
He was adjusting his shit. He wasn't thinking about the camera, all up in his shit.
I've done that before. I mean, not in front of a camera, but
And then
in
there was
front of my
people like,
teammates.
oh, he did that on purpose because he knew the camera was right there. And
I highly doubt LeBron was thinking about showing his dick off.
I think he's worried about the fucking finals.
Yeah, how he's gonna single-handedly win the NBA Finals. That's what he's sort of probably worrying about right now.
I want him to lose, but
Yeah,
but I'm incredibly impressed that he's where he's at.
they shouldn't be 2-2. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, all right.
It's like gray. I think.
Yeah, he's ashy on his dong a little bit. He needs to get some. He's not. Maybe it's because he doesn't jack it enough.
Some cocoa butter.
I'm just saying he's like his dong's ashy.
But I mean, you only could see half of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe that was a quarter of it. But
That's what he's working with.
yeah, of course. I mean, he's what? How tall is LeBron? 6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'9", I think. I think he's 6'9".
Huh. Well, his dick is definitely not 6. Might be 9.
If that was only part of it, Jesus Christ. That's insane.
So people are mad about it?
There were people accusing him of doing it on purpose. Like he wanted to show his dick off. That's why he did that.
Oh, he's like one of those guys that...
Like it was like the equivalent of, oops, I'm getting out of the limo and I'm not wearing any panties, Like
I can dig that. Yeah. I'm sure if I was in the public eye, the whole world would have seen my dick at least 5 or 6 times by now.
they were like, oh, you can see he looks right at the camera before he does it, but I don't see it.
Why is it always hard?
Yeah.
It's called anticipation, folks.
And even if he did, who gives a shit? It's just a dick. Chill out.
Yeah.
The last thing he was fucking thinking about was showing his dick to a camera.
Yeah, he's
during his huddle,
fixing his business. Yeah.
Yeah, during a huddle in the NBA Finals.
I mean,
I'm gonna show my dick. Not happening.
I gotta take everybody's mind off this Caitlyn Jenner thing.
Yeah.
Dick flash. LeBron asked himself the same question he always asks himself when he's caught in a bind. What would Britney Spears do? She would pull out her ham sandwich, but I don't have a ham sandwich. What I do have is a big ass dick.
He wanted to get that ashy dick ready for when he fucking dunked on Thompson.
What I do have is what looks like a radiator hose that was thrown in the remnants of a fire.
LeBron all plays games with a radiator hose in his shorts. He actually has a fucking
What if
radiator
that
hose.
story comes out? He actually has a radiator hose painted gray. He has a piece of conduit.
Looks like an elephant dick, kind of. Like, a little bit. It's like it's just been out in the sun too much.
Elephant dick. Elephant dick.
Elephant dick.
Get that chin out there. Really got to get that chin out there.
The Jarl. No, somebody calls it, one of the Rolling Stone writer calls it Yarling. I think it's a good word for it. Like, Chinsing is good, but Yarling, I always think of that now.
I like when Dylan does the vowels. Sometimes why? We were just talking about Scott Stapp today.
He's got
so bad.
Man, that.
We're
all right open under all the sunlight.
Awful, man.
Oh my god, I know at least like 3 more lines of that song.
That fucking, in the video, he does the Christ pose like 15.
Doesn't he walk on water?
During the solo?
Yeah.
Doesn't he rise out of water?
Yeah.
Like, with that,
I don't know.
There's a part where
there's a boat, like there's a fucking boat.
he's frozen in the Jesus pose, and the camera just all the way around
Hey,
him. It's
you guys.
wife beater on.
He's just a piece of human clay
Yeah, that's true.
that God is
One.
that God is gonna mold into
I have to admit though,
Fucking rock star
I
porn.
did like a couple Creed songs.
the original album.
Yeah.
Before
About the Edge.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not the one about being 6 feet from the edge. Something.
Oh
Yeah,
god, that
what-
one.
what
I forgot
the
about
fuck
that.
was
I liked it.
I'm 6 feet from the edge. I'm singing.
There was one I liked, and I can't even remember how it goes.
6 foot sticking out chin, and I'm singing.
So bad, man. I've had arguments with Dylan though, because he calls he calls chin singers and yarlers that aren't.
Yeah, well,
What do you
he's
think?
dumb. He's kind of dumb.
Like
So-
I don't.
Yarlers.
That's funny. We got the Dylan song is gonna be the.
I guess
Commercial list.
I guess at one point Scott Weiland was, but he changed his style, so I'll give him that one because
Yeah.
I did go back and listen to some old STP, and I was like, oh yeah, I hear some Yarling in there a little bit. But I don't consider Kurt Cobain a Yarler. I just
Kurt
don't.
Cobain's not a yarler.
And if you ask Dylan, he'll say he is.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, no, he's not a Yarler.
Dylan, I figured out the perfect word to describe him.
Nope, not a Yarler.
Dylan is a hands down contrarian.
Yes.
He
doesn't like most things.
yeah, and that's why I always get surprised when he actually. It's like
I'm pretty bad too, though, but I think he's worse than I am.
I think we all are kind of because I mean,
There's some honesty in ours,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't just blatantly hate something, you know, like because the masses
I
hate
hate
it.
you all. You stink. Hate on, brother.
Yeah, he just when you find something that he actually likes, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
I found
When he agrees with you on something, and he goes, "I know that you're gonna agree, that you disagree with everything I say, but
But then the
like
stuff
I
that-
actually agree with you on this one."
And then the stuff that he worships, I don't necessarily hate, but I'm like, but out of all the things you say sucks, like Ted Nugent is your god. I like Nuge, but I mean, I remember when Dylan worshipped the Nuge.
Yeah.
I was like out of all the things you say sucks, and Nuge is your lord. Like, okay, all right.
So, what other good songs besides Stranglehold was there? It doesn't matter. There's Stranglehold.
You just need Stranglehold.
Cat
Stranglehold and Fuck the World, everything.
Cat Scratch Fever. That was a good one.
Wing Dang.
Do you remember when the Nuge the Nuge himself just crushed Dylan as soon as he met him? Dylan meets the Nuge and he goes, Strangle the solo on Stranglehold is the best guitar solo of all time, and the Nuge goes, I hate your fucking hat. Because he had one of the straight build. He had a straight build hat on.
Oh my
He just
God.
goes, I hate your fucking hat.
I did not know that.
That makes me hate Ted Nugent.
Dude.
That would be like if I met Jimmy Page or Robert Plant or something, and they were just like,
I hate your hat.
"Fucking
What are you
hat
doing with that
sucks."
stupid shirt on? Stupid, you suck. What's up with your fucking shoes?
I should have known better though. Like the Nuge is a redneck.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah.
That hat says nothing about Dylan, but it said everything to Nuge.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
He's got bad luck. He pissed
Sage
the
off.
Finch guitarist off.
Sage.
He pissed Sage off.
There's somebody else recently too.
Wow.
Somebody from Glassjaw?
People block him. Yeah. Who was?
Like he just gets misunderstood or something.
I don't think he gets.
No,
misunderstood.
he's just
People get sick.
really
of him.
hard to get along with, and
I guess I'm getting there with comics though. I've had a couple comics. I've had a comic block me that I've never even said anything about.
who was it?
Kumail
Nanjiani?
Nanjiani.
He seems like a little bitch, kind of.
I had literally have never mentioned him, and I just realized that people were retweeting him. This is how I always find out I'm blocked. I noticed that somebody retweets a tweet that they say, and I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that. And then I go and look, and it's like, you've been blocked by
That's
this person.
crazy.
Been blocked by Andy Kindler, Anthony
Douche.
Cumia,
Douche.
Kumail,
Douche. Sorry, Anthony.
and at least another
Hate
one.
you.
And all of them, I don't think all the ones that I
Joking.
have actually issues
No.
with are still, they're still hanging in. Like
Yeah.
Jen Kirkman, me and her have gone back and forth, and
I read one of those.
she's never blocked me or anything like
See,
that.
and I would expect her to be a sensitive douche like Andy Kindler too.
She drives me fucking insane. I can't help myself.
What's your big problem with her? Like,
If you follow her for even a week, you will. It's that fake fucking oversensitive feminism where everything a guy says.
could you mansplain this to me a little bit
Exactly.
better?
That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's shit like a guy was like, here's an example. A guy was like, just listen to my first Jen Kirkman podcast. Amazing. Would love to hear you with some choice guests. Her response was, here's another example of a fucking man taking what I do and basically saying he doesn't like it and asking me to do something else.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So
Wow.
I hate her.
in
at
some
this
ways I
point.
like
That's-
her, and in other things like that just drive me. I
What?
can't not reply or make a smart ass
Yeah.
comment about it because I'm like, really, that guy couldn't have been nicer to you.
Yeah. He's complimenting her on her show.
No, honestly, could not have been nice. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was almost verbatim what he said. He's like, I just listened to my first one, loved it,
can't wait to hear more. Basically,
and would like to hear you because I guess she does it Bill Burr style. He was
does
basically
she?
saying, it would be awesome to hear you with some choice guests too. And she was just like, well, you
I
basically
think he would
just
be a
said
good
that-
interviewer.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
just got the shivers thinking about listening to Jen Kirkman talk for a whole fucking hour.
I've never listened to her podcast, but I have liked some of her stand up. But it's like
I've seen her on.
That's
at
how
midnight
Doug
and
Gottlieb rolls.
she's overly
All by
sensitive and wrong kind of feminism.
stuff. Yeah. Well, and that
Drives
stuff,
me nuts.
that stuff bugs me, and
I'm
we're
a
gonna get
femin-
into all of this stuff. We're gonna take a little break right now.
I'm a
but-
feminist to a certain degree.
I totally.
We all are, yeah.
like,
Real
Jesus.
feminism, not fucking a guy says "Have a nice day" and you put that as harassment on fucking YouTube. That's bullshit feminism.
I've been purposefully overly mansplaining things to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was getting so pissed. I'll be like, "Listen here, little darling.
Yeah, here's what I mean.
Put
Let me explain the world.
put
to
my
you.
foot up on something and be like, so here, yeah." And she just looks at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm mansplaining to you."
Yeah, you need a man to tell you how the world goes because I can see how that shit's annoying, but there's
a knife.
I mean, the example I just gave is a perfect example of ridiculousness.
That's a rough one, but yeah, we're gonna get into fucking what's her face, Rachel Dolezal.
Let a man tell you how to be a feminist, ladies.
Let a man tell you how to be a woman that wishes she was black, but then tell you how to become black, and then a man.
Yeah, this world's getting weird. Man.
It's getting weird. We'll cover it in a second. Let's go to break. Marcus.
Yeah.
Give us one for old time's sakes.
Well, I guess, and now a word from our sponsors.
Little kids are learning how to jack their shit with amphibians. I was so wasted. Their feet are like hands. I might look down my dick. 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 Oh, he's adorable. Here's what grinds my gears. Fuck you, ladies.
All right, everybody. This is Dylan with my weekly public service announcement. Do not ever pay the hooker for sex. Pay her for the good conversation afterwards. That'll do.
Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies. Here's what grinds my gears. What grinds my gears is old ladies always wanting to fucking shut you down. Shut you down. Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies.
And we're back. So I thought it was kind of funny that it was just recently that me and you were talking about, like, it was literally right before this story comes out. We were talking about Caitlyn Jenner and stuff, and we were talking about how we wanted to be black when we were kids.
Yes.
Like, badly.
Me too.
Really? You
Yeah.
too?
And then it went from black to Italian
Really?
because of the mob. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't, I
wanted-
would have did that natural transgression.
I became obsessed
too.
with the mob
God, that
around puberty, and then I found out that you had to be full-blooded Italian to be made guy, and I
Can't
was
be
like,
made.
I wish. I can't be made either. Full blooded.
Did you-
a thing that runs through my veins?
Being Italian, did you ever get real obsessed with organized crime and kind of want that to be?
You know, actually, it felt like I was. It felt like I was on the in crowd.
Really?
So it wasn't like it was a big deal. Like it was like I was. It was like your
Like that?
dreams.
Yeah,
like
that's my
your
people.
kid dreams. You know, you obtain your dreams. Once you obtain them, it's like a
Like,
no
whatever.
big deal anymore.
yeah.
It's like, oh shit, that's not that cool.
That's probably why it was such a big deal to me, is because it was something I can't have. Like,
Yeah.
I could never be a made guy in the Corleone family.
Well,
And I couldn't either.
And I could never be black either, you know, like.
yeah.
Apparently,
Well, so I thought. Yeah, Mikey used to say all the time, because he wouldn't say, "I want to be black. I wish I was black." He would always say, "I can't wait. I'm going to adopt black kids." Like that was his thing. He was more realistic than us, basically. You know, we wanted to be mafia. We wanted to be capos, and he just was going to adopt some black kids. And
Well, if you were a kid in the 90s, then
Yeah.
it's hard not to not want to be black, because all of the cool things were black. I mean,
rap music.
yeah, there was rap, sports. I mean, wherever you looked, movies, like the coolest thing in the
styles
world.
and stuff. Yeah, like
they ran shit.
we sagged
God,
our,
the white
sagged our
band
pants
steals
and
so much. So much.
cultural appropriation. That's what we're talking about, folks. Yeah. So this broad, I keep forgetting how to say her name. Rachel Dolezal.
I don't know how you pronounce her last name either.
She's the president of the Spokane, Washington chapter of the NAACP. And it's come out. It was literally like 2 days after we had this conversation, like where we're like, "I wanted to be black too." You know, like, I thought I was alone in the world, but Yeah, so this broad, I think her parents came out and said that she lied about her heritage. And so what she said to them was that she was half black, and she falsified some reports or she falsified some paperwork or something that that said that. And now the story comes out. The first thing I saw was the picture of her when she was a kid, and I didn't understand what anybody was talking about because I hadn't really looked into it yet.
Yeah, she was a cute kid,
And it's like, who is this fucking milky white blonde bitch?
Yeah.
And then you click on it on the stories, and you see the new pictures where it's just like first of all, black chicks have spent fucking years and centuries, I think, trying to come up with ways to not have that kind of hair.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine what the upkeep on that.
Chris Rock did a whole documentary on fucking extensions.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Rock did a
What was it called?
I can't. You have to look it up. I watched it. It wasn't bad. It was a documentary about
These bitches and their hair extensions.
weaves and shit. Yeah,
Tied.
most of it is from India, like because Indian women have straight black hair, and the best weave hair.
There is
real
black hair and there is.
He's not in it a lot, but that's what it was about, and it's a fucking huge industry. Like, I had no idea that there was that much money in fucking
Dude,
hair.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, these women farm their hair in India and
Oh my
shit,
god!
pretty
I'm
much.
so glad we're talking about this because it just reminds me of. So I think I might like. I heard the Louis thing on Saturday Night Live that he got in trouble. Oh, we had to talk about that too. Holy shit. Oh, well, just try to remind me.
I'm not gonna forget.
Okay, so where he's talking about being. He's like, I'm not racist, but I'm like accidentally racist or partially racist sometimes, I realize. And I had this same realization yesterday, I think, or the day before. Yeah, it was yesterday. Me and Jessica were out shopping, and we go into this girl clothes store, and there's a black chick in there with like dreadlock kind of hair, like cool looking. And Jessica, just innocent as can be, just looking at the hair, she goes, I want her hair. And I, on the inside, like cringed because she was within earshot, and I was like, you can't say like you can't say you want her hair just because like I got uncomfortable.
Right.
Like and then it dawned on me, it's just like she just said she wants her hair to look
And
like
you
that.
really
It's
wanna be
not
racist.
Yeah, it was totally me. Just me cringing about that, thinking it was going to be a
You were
problem.
just having a white guilt attack, and
That's
you're
what it
fucking
was. That's
in
what it
line.
was.
Yeah.
And so then as we're walking out, I go, you can, if you want her hair that bad, you can buy it in the store that you used to work at. I brought it right around.
Right.
Thought I'd go full bore with it.
Well, this Patrice used to talk about that stuff all the time. It's like there's normal, basic racism, which everybody has, but they don't admit that they have.
Yeah.
And then there's like militant hatred racism.
I heard a funny thing about him the other day, where he was gonna call his special elephant in the room. He was gonna call it 600-pound gorilla, but he says to his buddy, "Nah, I can't do that to white people. I can't expect them to be that mature over there. He said, I can't do that to white people." So he called it elephant in the room.
He's probably right. We probably wouldn't have
You would have thought they were talking about him the whole time.
Yeah.
600-pound gorilla.
Exactly. Which, I mean, elephant in the room and 600-pound gorilla is the same basic meaning, right? Same kind of metaphor or whatever.
Except,
So she made her hair all curly like that on
Yeah,
purpose?
did you see the pictures of her?
Yeah,
Like, she's
some
a
nice dreadlocks, huh?
Straight hair. It's the curly, like, afro kind of thing. And she looks orange as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
that was another funny joke going around. I guess orange really is the new black. That was a good one.
Yeah, she's like that mom, that leather mom that fucking
Yeah.
tanned herself beyond recognition.
The leather mom, I like it.
That's what her skin
fucking
looks
leather.
like.
She
You
was
could
a leather
So,
person.
You could
Yes.
sharpen your fucking knife on her fucking skin on her face. Like,
Yeah.
I could have
she
at
just
least
dried
made
out.
3 leather armors out of her.
That's called a callback, folks. We're professionals. Leave it to us.
Oh yeah.
So yes, you look at the pictures and a lot. There's. I showed you the one right where she's got the long dreadlocks and she's leaning against a tree or something like that, and I'm pretty sure she's got a fucking Africa medallion like on a rope chain and shit. Another funny joke I
She
saw.
wanted to be black.
Oh, bad, yeah. She had an African Bombada t-shirt on, and yeah, some of those pictures, like the ones like, okay, yeah, she fake and bakes and she likes the kinky hair or whatever.
I get annoyed with people that I have to be embarrassed for them.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Like they don't
Isn't
even have
that
the sense to
annoying?
be embarrassed, and they don't even have the sense to be embarrassed about what they're doing. But I feel embarrassed for them. Like I get annoyed by that.
So now because of this, is because you got the Caitlyn Jenner thing going on, which was like, everybody really wanted to be PC with him. Oh, good for her. Like, she's so brave for and yeah, that, I get it, like wanting to, I sort of get it, I should say, because like I've wanted to be a lot of, like we were talking about, I've wanted to be a lot of things and come to the realization that fucking your body's not going to hold up to a cage fight, Danny,
exactly.
or something like
different. I just feel like
there's not ninjas anymore. You can't go sit by a fire with your sword and your mask and go assassinate. You can't do this.
When I was a
you don't
kid-
even fight with swords.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like-
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a black NBA player. Like,
Yeah.
But that changed.
But you
Eventually,
realize
yeah.
you can't just do that.
Yeah.
But when you're 60 some odd year old man and you wanted to be a woman your whole fucking life, and you haven't been able to be a woman your whole fucking life,
That's weird.
Yeah.
it's just like, well, we think, gay's weird. We weren't born that. But we don't say that they
Gay's
decided to be gay.
It
Yeah.
used to be weird.
You know,
Yes, like these days.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
the same
getting less
type of
and less
weird.
weird.
It's the same type of weird in someone's head. It's something that made them think differently than
Yeah.
we do.
Thanks to these other weirdos, though, it's not even weird anymore. It's
But
like,
now
love
you've
it.
got this this racial identification thing, this conversation that's going on now.
yeah, I'm not taking that shit seriously.
Nope.
You cannot automatically decide that you're a turtle, and then I have to go. No. He's a turtle.
Yeah.
He wants to be a turtle. I don't give a fuck.
I
I'm
like
not playing
turtles.
along. I'll call Bruce Caitlyn because it's not hard to do.
Right.
And you know what? It's a respect thing, and I
why
can
not?
understand it. But when it starts getting down to pretending that someone's a different color than they are,
What the fuck?
Just
She was
because-
in a
Just to
fucking
not hurt
organization.
Just to
Right.
not hurt
She
their
was-
feelers.
She was in she was in a black organization.
Yeah.
Like, that's
identify-
horrible.
Which
Yeah.
I meant to look up what NAACP stands for before the CaveCast, but I didn't. So I'm just going to keep saying NAACP.
yeah, it stands for something.
I think
about
Africans in there, but
It's
no
just-
whites allowed, something like that.
It
Black Panther-
You
Black
see this?
Panthers.
You see this? It stands for not welcome. I think I've done that
it's
joke
just-
2 times in a row on this game. We were
Cut your
getting into
fucking
some.
Shylock nose off.
Oh, not this again.
Yeah, you guys' last one or the one before was really racist.
What? It was?
I was loved in the whole thing. I was like, man, these guys are out of control.
Which one was that? The
That was-
I don't know if
was that the? We were
It
talking
was-
about the Indians.
yes. When you guys got into mascot shit, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Oh god.
People take that shit too seriously.
We got
Yeah,
close to we
exactly.
got close to the line a couple times, but
yeah.
I want to. I
st-
can't. It's just. It's 2 podcasts too late to repeat.
At
Like,
one
I
point,
can't-
I'll do it. I still haven't received a bad email about the Dallas niggers.
my favorite part. My favorite part is you go, yeah. Here, just take these smallpox blankets, and we're just gonna watch the land for you while you sleep.
It's
Like, let's go take a little nappy with these blankets. We're just gonna watch your
Yeah, I
land.
thought that was an innocent conversation turned into something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know how far the average person is really expected to take this shit. Where I'm not saying she she can't walk around saying she's black or look black, but I shouldn't have to be expected to pretend
acknowledge
that she
it.
is. I would to her face just to not be rude, but at my house, I'm not going to be
I
like,
don't think I could do her.
Oh,
At my
Shaniqua
house-
don't live here no more.
yeah. At my house, I'm not going to argue with my friend. Like if my friend's like, oh, that white girl, you know, that I'm going to be like, no,
Yo, dude.
no,
dude. Whoa.
Right.
Can you?
Yeah.
Hey, listen. She's African American. Okay.
Right.
Now the other funny joke I saw was
when
there's
she's completely white.
So if I decide that I'm
European.
the president, so you have to refer to me as the president.
I
from now
truly
on?
believe it.
Because if
that's
you,
actually so brave of you, Kyle. For
yeah, I just
know
want to
how-
come
I
out right
know
now.
how long you've wanted to
Might
be
as
the
well
president.
do it right now.
I'm-
Henceforth,
I'm changing my
president.
vote from Hillary Clinton to Kyle. What's your middle name?
Anthony.
Aloysius Zoder.
Yeah, I'm president
Esquire.
now. And you guys have to call me president, and if you don't, then you're
And he's a knight,
anti-president.
so you have to call him Sir President.
Sir President.
Sir Presidente.
There's
So yeah, I'm with you. Like I totally
it's too fucking sensitive.
There's got to
dude.
be a line drawn somewhere. you
Yeah,
know?
Uh,
I like it is if it's or I guess it's not even realistic. I feel the Caitlyn Jenner thing is the line. It should be the line.
There-
you know,
it's
there
right there.
should
It's
that's
pretty
the
clear.
that's the fucking line. Like
Yeah.
I can I can't sympathize with him, but I could try to imagine not liking who I was for 50 fucking years and then getting an opportunity to not be to be who I wanted to be. And that's great, you know. Like Kines says, out of all respect, we say that because he's not a bad guy, or I feel.
Whoa, dude.
I can't. I called him a guy.
First of all,
Jesus.
you reference Kines without saying Sir President. Then you call him a dude. Like
you know,
call
like
Cat-
that has to be expected.
we're turning over a new, more politically correct
it's
leaf.
getting so ridiculous.
But when it's like when people you know, like I think we talked about it, like comparing it, you know, to the giving I mean, what did he win? What was the award that he won over the fucking military dude?
Something bravery.
The bravery
Something for
award.
bravery.
Yeah.
When people went up in arms about it, you know, like there's always somebody who should have won an award that didn't win the award. Like
Right.
Yeah, like
and that's
fucking
where
Tarantino in '95.
you start
Goddamn
see-
Forrest Gump.
you start seeing just the
I'd be so impressed if I got that day right.
the hidden racism people have.
Yeah.
Like, or not racist. They're the hate they harbor inside.
half of the
You
reason
know?
I support Catelyn so much is because I enjoy how much it bothers those sort of guys.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't bother me at all that he changed his sex and that he wants to be a woman.
Right.
I
I
wouldn't have
think
thought
it's-
twice about it.
I think it's it is odd, just statistically it's odd. But-
well, because he has a fucking men's gold medal.
Well, I mean, what is the percentage of people who change their sex? It's got to be minute. It's just, and statistically,
Yeah.
it's odd. It's an anomaly, but it doesn't bother me.
It's a
And
mutation.
my favorite part about the whole thing is guys, you know, sitting there like irritated, you
Yeah.
know, that he made that choice.
And that they have
made that
erections.
I love being a man.
Yeah.
I love it so
What kind
much.
of a
I would
man
never
would
want to
wanna
be a
be a
woman.
Yeah.
While he's just jerking
You
off.
know, it's like being a woman is some downgrade or something, right, guys?
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
you guys.
Do you know they
talk
bleed?
to-
Once
I don't think you can
Uncontrollably,
Give
they
yourself
just-
that. You can't give yourself that. So he is.
How about that? How about women that have to
Well,
go
you're
through
on top of
pregnancy
that. You know
what
and
he could-
periods?
He's not even gay. He's not even. He still loves his fucking wife.
You know what I think about that?
Still
Baby
wants women.
steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah, people keep saying it's only a matter of time before he comes out full.
I want to be a
think
woman, but dicks are
This
gross.
has been something that has been going on for years. So yeah, you know, he's been taking these steps toward the gaydar.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
like if you were to
since
put
1990.
if you were to put an over under on how many dicks he's had in his whole life, like as of right now? You think it's like under 10? Just being, not completely okay with where he's at.
Yeah, how long has he been with his wife?
I'm sorry.
They just got a divorce, and the only reason they got a divorce was because she wasn't okay with it. That's the only reason they got a divorce.
Yeah,
then maybe less than 10. Then
I think less than 10
because
over 5.
If this is if it's been something she's had to keep under wraps and hid, then maybe it's not that much.
I think
if it's more than if it's one, it's more than one.
I think
Yeah.
what happened a couple of times, a couple of these dicks, these are what they were, was Mama Jenner wanted a little Eiffel Tower, a little wobbly H action.
Yeah.
So they got somebody else in there, and then all of a sudden these little hearts started appearing around Bruce's head.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon when he stared at that juicy
Did you
dick
know?
slamming in and out of his wife.
Is he claiming that he's always been this way, or did it?
He said
happen
for
at
as
a
long
point?
as he can remember, he wanted to be a woman, I believe.
Wow.
And he's started looking like a woman.
I have to say, if that's
Family
true,
Guy called it.
if that is true, and you really did, that would be hard.
That's
Like,
what
and science backs it up. Is why I'm like maybe Mark's right. It should be the line because science backs up that you can have estrogen levels through the roof and be more
Right.
feminine and feel like a woman.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah, we've all met Cousin Josh.
But,
Right.
but there is no our what's it melanin what
Melanin.
makes our that those levels don't go skyrocket.
Yeah, your race doesn't change.
No.
though. Like your actual race doesn't change.
The wiring in your brain may fucking
like
That's all brain.
what's her name? Rachel.
Rachel Dolezal.
She's not gonna get sickle cell anemia because she wants to be black.
no.
She does not have to spend an inordinate amount of her paycheck on moisturizer.
Right.
Nor is Caitlyn Jenner gonna get ovarian cancer.
Yeah, there.
She only pretends that she likes pig's feet and collagen. Like she doesn't actually like that stuff.
Just what she thought she was supposed to eat.
Oh fuck!
Eating all the pig's feet.
Eating all them pigs' feet, pickled pigs' feet. Oh, here we go again.
I know. It's getting racist.
I forgot about this.
It's been a while. We're broken
That
out
was
of
from Friday.
retirement.
Remember Friday? He's chewing him out because he eats all the goddamn food.
Yeah.
So every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eat up all the food, all the pig's feet. I don't know why I always think about that.
They're doing a new Friday movie. Right? Isn't there a new Friday movie?
Ice Cube
Friday.
Yeah, Ice Cube trying to get all the like Debo and everybody back.
yeah.
I think Chris Tucker's gonna be in
And
it.
it's gonna be a mix of like, are we there yet?
Oh,
type
no.
of thing.
It better not be.
I liked the first Friday. I remember
Are
we
we
used to
done
watch
yet?
that shit all the time.
That's all I know. Is somebody better get their chain snatched.
Yeah.
Somebody better get knocked the fuck out. And Ezell the crackhead better be in it.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Even though he should
About
statistically be dead by
Chris
now.
Tucker. All of them,
Yeah.
right? Every single one of them from all the movies.
I think because what's his name's gonna be the guy that had the problem with Kevin
Smokey?
Hart.
Epps.
Yeah, Mike Epps.
I forgot he was the second.
Second and third.
The second sidekick.
See how it was almost impossible to not want to be black if you grew
Yeah.
up.
With Friday? Are you
Right.
kidding me?
All of
Now
them,
they got
like-
that new movie.
I wanted to
Dope.
live in South Central and drink my juice in the fucking hood.
It was culture.
I wanted to be a
for
menace,
while.
dude.
Don't
to
be
society.
a menace to the South Central. I'll drink. I had that movie was good.
Yeah,
where
it was. Break yourself.
Sean Wayne.
The one that
Marlon
always
Wayans
stuck in my
dad.
head. The scene
No,
that stuck
that
in my
wasn't
head.
That one.
Yeah.
They weren't I was thinking of Marlon Wayne. They were brothers in that one.
No.
And his dad was younger than he was.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out. That
The scene that always sticks in my head from that movie is when they walk in. There's a scene where they walk into the friend's house and the mom's cooking on the stove.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Pass me some of that shit over there on the shelf." And he looks up and he's like, "It's like salt, pepper, paprika, shit. Grabs it and hands it to her.
Shit was ridiculous.
There was a foot scene in that.
Oh yeah,
with the
I
hot-
forgot about that.
The
The hot sauce.
Yeah.
He pulls toenails out of. Ah,
So
'Cause that was a
gross.
toenail in his throat. Was why he was making that
Yeah,
sound,
that's-
Marcus.
Ugh.
So I know we're a little bit late. Oh no, what was I gonna get back to? Louis,
Louis.
Oh,
Louis
I
CK.
forgot.
the next comedian to go down. Well, maybe he hasn't. Did you hear about this?
I heard that Jen Kirkman was what
Was she one of the ones involved?
she said on her podcast that a big comedian, like the biggest, like Cosby
Ralphie May.
level,
Oh,
like
not
Cosby level
size-wise?
fame. He's basically a French filmmaker. He's beloved by everybody.
Oh my!
Dave
Did
Smith.
did some inappropriate shit. She was hinting towards Louis
yeah.
and did some inappropriate
She
shit
goes.
backstage.
She goes.
I think that's hilarious.
She goes. He's really hilarious, and what he did was shameless.
Exactly.
And something live at the Comedy Store.
She almost described Louis without saying Louis, and then said that he did something creepy to her backstage.
To her?
Yeah. But she wouldn't
Goddamn
say his.
Jen Kirkman.
She wouldn't say his name because. And this is super feminist Jen Kirkman who says, you should come out against your accusers.
Right.
She said she wouldn't say his name because all of her people, that her whatevers, her fucking handlers, said her career would be over if she said his name.
Oh my god. I hope that stuff's not true.
I don't know.
Like some of
It
it's
doesn't bother me if it's true. I
Well,
mean, it does.
that part bothers me though, where it's like, okay, Louis will fuck your. He's
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know.
King Louis.
So the one.
I think she may have started that, and that there was that
the
post.
two
that
there was the
that
two
website.
young comedians
Mhm.
that he invites him up to the room, and then they go, and it's like, you think he's just gonna talk to you about helping your career get off the fucking ground or something?
Jen Kirkman. What's her name again?
Jen Kirkman.
She's the same lady. The same lady who freaked out about somebody giving her a compliment.
Yeah, same person.
So he very well could have been doing something completely different than
Little does
I
Jen
bet.
does Jen Kirkman know that Louis, the way he gives compliments, is he jerks off in front of you.
Yeah.
That's how he fucking tells you he respects you as a human being.
This is his way of saying I feel comfortable with
He's
you.
a redheaded Mexican. They have different customs, okay?
They were gonna go on tour together, I guess, and he did that. So then she didn't.
That's how he signs contract. That's how you know that you got the job. Was he fucking
Written in cum.
stands in front of the
Louis
exit,
CK.
stands in front of the exit, and fucking
not
bangs
let
one
you-
out in front of you.
It might be.
You have to
true.
keep
I
eye
don't-
contact the whole time, or he's gonna go with another opener. That's just all there is to it.
He's a comedian. He's an artist. So
You can
he's
stop at
very
comedian
weird.
because comedians are creeps.
Yeah,
Like-
so he very well could have done it,
I don't know.
but it's pretty.
that's his-
pretty ballsy move.
That's the big accusation: is he jacks off in front of people?
Yeah, that's the only ones that I've seen.
That's
like,
not too bad.
Well,
especially for a comedian.
Because you know how you get out of that? You leave the room.
well, apparently he stood in front of the,
Oh.
the door.
I was gonna say you just get up and leave.
One of
and-
the stories, he stood in front of the door and finished.
Wow.
Like, first of all,
Okay, you can leave.
Louis C.K. really is the most hilarious person on earth because you know how fucking funny that would be to see if he
Yes.
just stands in front of the door and he just to completion just
I don't.
fucking.
Yeah, it would be creepy,
Louis-
but still funny.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
I want to see
I
the
would,
tape.
I would
like-
cry laughing.
I have a hard time believing
and then
stories
walk
like
step
that.
out of the way and let him out. That's what after he's done, just say,
Well, he's the one
There
that
you go,
wrote
you can
that.
leave.
He's the one that wrote that bit about how dudes change after they come.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're just blowing shit off the whole night. Oh fuck it, I'll leave my car there. It'll be fine. Blah 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 blah. And then he's like, then you have sex and then you come and it's like Bruce Banner coming back down from the Hulk. Like, what the fuck? What hell happened? My shirt's ripped and there's a dead guy here.
Maybe it became like a thing of his. I don't know. I have a hard time believing stuff like that sometimes because
he's gotten away with
I
it so
can't-
many times.
I can't understand how somebody with so much to lose would risk it on.
Apparently,
But on
he
the-
has nothing to lose. He's going to end careers.
Well, do you know how
Yeah.
many? Do you know how many good-hearted little gals just realized what was happening and just went, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
This is so, and sat down and,
That's what I'm supposed to do.
and watched watched a fucking master at his art.
I guess when you do have that much power, it's possible.
Thank you for watching.
He doesn't. Maybe he does. He doesn't. I don't know. Cosby clout.
Yeah.
Do you think he does? Like, to where it's like, oh, Louis forced all these women to watch him jerk off, and then you could be like, yeah, but he did that episode where his girlfriend died on the bus. And
right.
It was so.
It's not. Well, even the crime though is not on cause. I mean, if he's. I'm not saying it's not a crime to lock someone in the room and force them to watch you jack off to completion.
Yeah.
It is definitely sexual harassment.
That's a pretty bad crime, actually.
But
when you put it like that,
yeah,
it's horrible.
It's definitely against the law. It's definitely sexual harassment.
I'm actually coming around to his side on it. It doesn't sound that bad.
But it's not.
I would stay.
It's not
I'd
knocking
watch.
somebody unconscious and then fucking them though.
Yeah.
That's still on another level. I don't care.
Or drugging
Oh,
somebody.
and wearing that awful fucking robe.
Jesus.
His rape robe.
That fucking horrible
Selling
patchwork
Jell-O.
rape robe.
Cosby's
God.
don't take no for an answer robe.
Maybe I shouldn't say it on air because it's such a good idea, but I would like to recreate that robe and sell
Everybody
them.
stopped listening when Marcus did the Skyrim thing anyway,
Yeah.
so you're good.
I want to recreate that robe and sell it because I think guys would actually buy and I don't call it the Cosby rape robe.
Yeah, I think you get a single run out of that, make your money.
College
and get out of
kids would
business.
love it.
No, it wouldn't be like an ongoing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like a 4-year.
It'd be a one-off.
Right,
Yeah.
one-off. A bunch of creeps would buy it, and I'd just run away with my bag of
You'd
money.
rake in the cash, and
That's all I'm looking for is one big score, and then I'm out of here.
And you fill it full of smallpox. Because obviously fucking
Genius
that's how
idea.
you do this.
You make the robes, put smallpox in them,
robe.
and then you get rid of creeps.
Yeah, this is
Smallpox
perfect.
robe with roofies in the pockets.
the Cosby death robe.
I don't know. I'd buy one.
I would. Fuck,
I'd stand on my front porch with my Cosby rape robe. Just
You'd have a
chilling with
Cosby
couple-
rape mug as well.
slowly from smallpox.
It's got a little pill container on the outside. Easy slippage.
It's so awkward watching him address the hecklers in the crowds. I don't know if you've seen any of those videos.
Yeah, I did. I heard some of them.
But he just treats it as though they're just a crazy person. But it's like, dude, you're the crazy person. You drugged, raped, and instead of just going in and hiding in your fucking rape cave and staying out of the public eye, you're going out in front of crowds of people and acting like it didn't happen. You're the crazy
and
one.
then somebody goes, "What about these rape allegations?" And he goes, "Well, we could talk about something else, bibbity bop." That's the worst fucking cause. We can talk about something else. That's not the topic. God, that's so awful. That's the worst.
Family Guy got it right on Cosby years ago too. The creep dude with the
they must have
kid
like
show.
a fucking line into. Makes you wonder how much other stuff in Family Guy is just instead of being jokes is
There's
like
honest those cutscenes. I'm sure that there's some weird honesty behind what they're getting at.
They say some shit sometimes.
Yeah,
they're telling secrets on that show. I think is what's going on.
Hollywood secrets.
Here's the
Cosby drama. Comedian heckled last night in Canada. No, stop! Cosby pleads for calm.
You are a rapist. You are a No, stop.
Don't say that word.
Bibbity bop.
No clapping, nothing. That's all right. And then returns to his routine. Seconds later, the heckler was held and questioned by security. Police briefly cuffed and detained his friend.
No one said anything. We were really surprised. Because we're in Canada, we're a good country, and we were expecting more from the people in there tonight. That's why we said something.
The London Free
Mom
Press
shit-faced.
reporters
They love the
Catalonian
zippity
brothers
bobbity
were
boot too
covering the
much, man.
event. Dale captured this video.
I pulled out my phone and started filming them detain the two men, and that's when.
What the fuck? I wanted to hear the goddamn.
officials told me to leave, and security and police came over and escorted me out the front door.
Cosby is also making news for a questionable ad-lib he made during the show.
Oh, what's this?
About halfway through the 90-minute performance, and a woman in the front row stood up. She walked toward the stage and had an exchange with Cosby that I couldn't hear. She clearly had his attention, though, and she asked him, "Would you like a drink?" Cosby replied, "You have to be careful about drinking around me."
Oh, snap.
Not only, not
Bill
only,
Cosby, you're so funny.
not trying to get all svelte. I'm sorry.
My God. Because I might fucking zippity-bobbity your drink with my bibbity-bobbity and then get you all zibbity-dibbity and then
Put my
bibbity-bobbity
boobity in your bobbity.
Oh, my God.
So not only, like you said,
The ball's on him.
not only, like you said, is he going out and doing these shows,
Yeah.
this guy has a sack on him the size of fucking Jupiter.
It must
You
just,
can't touch me.
It must be hard to bibbity walk when you have a fucking zibbity doop nutsack on you.
You gotta be careful drinking.
But he says you got to be careful drinking.
Despite the joke and pre-show protests,
is standing in solidarity with women who have been abused.
I love that he.
Oh, Jen Kirkman's on this episode.
He wears this sweatsuit, freaking his hooded sweatshirt, and it looks like sweatpants. It seems like his common old person outfit.
Dude, he's the fucking Bill Belichick of comedy, except he lets the air out of balls, and Cosby fucking lets the consciousness out of women.
They call it Flat Alberta! Yes! Why is the sky blue? Because God loves the infantry. Only the dead have seen the end of war. I saw the Brown Hornet one time, and he swatted at me, and I swatted back. There I was, looking right at him, and I said, "Hey, this sweater is itchy. This sweater is itchy."
zibbity-boobity.
I put on a Cosby shirt, it made me itch.
And I tried to take it off, and the sweater made me itch all over.
Oh, this guy's horrible.
Who is it? What's going on?
Oh, Cosby got him.
Cosby zinged him. He used that joke.
I came down to see you, and you said, "I saw you first." So then I turned around and went the other direction. You said, "Come back here, sir. I need to talk to you." So what did I say? I say, "I'm right here for you, Mr. Cosby. I'm right here for you."
Well, that was awful. Fucking.
I wanted to hear the whole fucking, "You're a rapist." Now.
Yeah. Don't.
Nah. Let's not say those words,
Let's
bibbity.
not talk about what I did.
Let's not talk about those boobity words.
I don't understand it if you're gonna claim innocence. Actually, he hasn't, has he? Has he ever actually come out and said
That is the thing. That is the real crazy thing. Is because it doesn't. It's. I don't think.
I'm right here for you, Mr. Cosby. I'm right here for you.
I don't think he's ever come out and been like, "This is all bullshit. It's
Yeah.
not true. I've never ever done that to a single person."
They go.
Just
They
like,
go.
no, quit telling people about that.
Yeah,
like-
they go, "Did you rape these women?" And he goes, "Here's the thing. is,
Yeah.
Well, these people can say bibbity what they want, and so, yeah.
He just dances
God,
around.
I start off halfway strong with the Cosby thing, and I lose it about 3 seconds in.
It's a mixture of being drunk and
Yeah.
something else.
Ooh.
I can't get it either.
You have to slur and roll your R. your L.
You have to be like half drunk.
He's scraping off just enough Rufalin to keep him, like awake.
Maybe that's been the key to Cosby is he takes his own fucking medicine, but just a little bit of it,
Yeah. Well, of course he knows dosages at this point.
so he can build up a tolerance. So you
you
can't
think-
do
He
it to him.
had to, so
Do
he
you
can.
think? Okay, Cosby was huge. Like Cosby was fucking gigantic. Do you think in the 70s when he was still trying to work out his concoctions, he overdid it a couple
Killed
of
some people.
times?
And had to fucking
Had to get
bury
rid
a
of
couple
bodies.
probably.
Yeah,
It
calling the
probably
Secret
happened.
Service because Cosby was had the Secret Service.
If he was smart, he did it on prostitutes because nobody misses prostitutes.
Well, now he's thinking if he was smart, he would have did it on every single one of them.
Yeah, he just would have went overboard. So they. But he was doing it to actresses and shit. Like
Janice Dickinson or
mm,
whatever,
and-
Skeletor, I think is.
and there was a couple other famous people that had some creep stories about him too. So it's believable, only because not just the sheer number. It's just the people that came out that had stuff to lose.
Way more believable than Michael Jackson and the kids. Right?
Man, those are gonna be some things in
It's
the
like
book of
comparing
answers.
apples and oranges.
My buddy
on that.
used to say that he hoped when he died, like, he's like, I don't care, you know, I don't believe there's God, but I just hope when I die that I just get a book that has all the answers of things, like, that I never was not able to be proven or you know.
Like, did OJ do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's
When you write a
if
book-
you're gonna waste a
When you go
wish
write
on
a,
that.
when you write a book called "If I Did Do It But I Didn't" or whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
called it,
How to get away with
he
doing
did
it.
Did he
in
write a book?
parentheses, I did
Yeah.
it. Like
It's like how I got away with, or I forget what it is.
It was basically worded like, "I didn't do it,
Oh,
but
I
if
would
I
have
had,
done it
this
if
is
I
what-
did it."
This is what would have happened."
Um,
And then he tells you in fucking gory detail exactly what happened.
the same exact way that it happened.
Yeah. I think that, yeah.
he's all, then I left the killer left his glove.
I heard it on Opie and Anthony, an old Opie and Anthony clip you can look up.
Oh, yeah?
Where they go over the book. He put out this fucking, it's either a book or he,
Yeah, it's a book.
yeah, and he tells you what happened that didn't happen. But
They put it
but
out
what
in
really
Canada.
happened.
They didn't put it out in the United
And
States.
he was
Yeah.
not
think.
guilty in a court of law, but in a appeal.
He paid them
What do they
fuckers.
call
He
that?
paid those peoples a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Goldmans.
He said he contains,
They already had a lot of money.
you know,
he had to pay.
he
them.
says, you know, at the beginning, I didn't do
They
it.
had a lot
But
of
if I did do it, this is how it happened.
Oh my
And then
God.
basically he tells you how he fucking did it.
That's so
And
fucking
and
crazy.
So-
and he does he explains actual emotions that he actually had when it was.
I would have felt like this.
Yeah.
I would have been so overcome with rage.
My hand would
I
have
would
been
have slit
shaking.
his throat from ear to ear.
That's exactly how it was written too, and it's fucking creepy.
would have stabbed him exactly 3.5 times.
It's
Ran
what,
into a hip bone the fourth
So,
time.
It's
Would have been 4.
And he did it because he knew people would buy it, and he could make
He's-
because he was broke. I
he
mean, needed the money.
started the book off with one lie about how he didn't do it,
Yeah.
and then continued on telling the truth for the rest of the book.
That's crazy.
Poor guy.
But yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like when I was a kid, I saw a fucking green ball of flame in the sky hit a cloud and then turn into a normal looking ball of flame and then disappear
Yeah.
just up the road right here, fucking up in the sky.
I saw the star thing when I was on mushrooms, but it's crazy. I swear it happened.
26 months ago.
Yeah, I want.
Less than that.
I look
I mean,
forward
no,
to the
it
day
was-
where we can know that shit, or at least know when. Like I said, I want like a reliable sort of polygraph to become the standard for politicians. Like we should be able to. Every politician should take a standard like 20 question questionnaire on a polygraph, and just at the beginning. And I know you can fake those, but
Right.
just make it standard.
Yeah,
Like,
War Machine was demanding a polygraph test when they were talking about like attempted murder on this guy that he fucking rear naked choked like 4 times
yeah.
because he kept catching him and
I mean, you can fool,
reapplying the
you can
choke.
fool one, but if you don't, at least we know. Like and you can put questions in that 20 question questionnaire like, are you really just a money hungry asshole that's willing to spend lives to get what you want? That's a good question to put on a politician's polygraph test, and then have all of them answer that before they.
God,
come
I
on.
think most of them are such sociopaths that they probably would answer that on like.
Yeah.
No,
Honestly,
no, I think no.
They've been trained. Those fucks.
Conditioned. Okay, we're an hour and a half in, fellas. You got anything else itching your craw? Is that a thing? Itching your craw?
My eyes itching really
stuck in your
bad.
craw?
It's in my craw.
I did have
It's a thing now.
jock itch earlier that I itched up already. So
Craw itch.
I know I'm a crawfish.
Let's see. Yeah, we did. I think
It's
we did.
crawdads.
I think we did enough. We did it again,
We
fellas.
learned a lot today. We learned you can be a black or Italian,
Yeah.
or a fucking the president, or
A knight.
a starfish,
if you
whatever
wanna
you
be.
want.
If you want to be.
If you want to be, you can
And
be.
and everybody else has to go along with
I
You
it.
really
know I
can be anything you
can.
want to be.
We're-
Be what I
really,
wanna
we're-
be.
What we're doing is we're turning real life into LARPing.
I want to
Live action role playing. So real life from now on is live action role playing, and at any minute you could be whatever you want, and everybody has to go along with it.
It's relarping, real live action role playing.
Right.
fucking read a crazy article about the Final Fantasy VII house
Yeah.
on Vice.
I posted that shit on Facebook.
You saw that?
Yeah.
That was nuts. That was real live action role playing.
What is this now?
Fucking crazy bitch.
Yeah, this girl started a house and named everybody that moved into the house after Final Fantasy characters.
She
and
was
all
Genova.
They all kind of role played along with it, but she was psychotic.
She was the evil character. They ate steaks and Gatorade every
Sephiroth, Sephiroth, I asked you to wash your dishes and not leave them in the
Exactly.
sink when you're done.
Sephiroth, I quit my job
You know what?
babysitting, and we're gonna need your whole paycheck to eat steaks and Gatorade. Like that's what was
There
in the
was-
fucking.
Cloud. Was that the one with Cloud,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No one was named Sephiroth for some reason, I don't think.
No.
Or they never didn't come across anybody
not in
from
the
the
story.
house. There is fucking, but yeah, they ate
So
steaks and
bizarre.
Gatorade every night, and they stole the kid's shoes, and that's what he snapped. He was gone.
Sephiroth got into some chocolate and there he's buried in the backyard.
It's
He's their
it's
dog.
basically like real world, but they're obsessed with
Final Fantasy.
right, and it's really
So they
dirty.
do the full makeup and hair
Investigating-
and stuff like that too.
I don't know about that.
Constantly.
I don't know if they dressed up.
I don't know. I think there was drugs being done. There
Yeah.
had to have been, because it was basically a college. You know, like if someone who was in college, just a trashed fucking apartment
It was
and
nasty.
glitter everywhere. With
I posted the
It's like
story
a bunch of
earlier.
trash and glitter.
yeah, it was
I
a pretty
posted
interesting
it
story.
under this is the game that almost turned me full nerd until my mom stepped in and then I posted.
Told you to go get
yeah.
blown.
That's the very game. And I posted- so I saw that story on Twitter and posted that on there.
That fucking shit was crazy. I loved that game too. That game was awesome.
Dude, real crazy people or something else.
Yeah, let's go. The fairy rings. Yeah, they she would wake the dude up and have to go investigate fairy rings outside and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like real life. Like she lived.
Would they
it.
go on? Would they go questing?
I think
I think so.
they sin on quests. Like,
And wasn't that person the main person that was about that got his shoes taken and had to go look for fairy rings?
trans?
That person was trans.
Yeah, he was a trans. He didn't know any better. He didn't know any. She picked on people that didn't know. Like, she had a girlfriend, but it wasn't. She wasn't a lesbian because she was a male in a past life.
Yeah,
So
according to her.
According to her.
It's
So
weird.
She had a male essence.
So
So they're already doing what America wants us to do right now. Is what we're trying to say. Is like that Final Fantasy VII house that
I want
that
to be
Vice
Cloud,
made fun
yeah.
of is what world is going to be. Hopefully
Yeah.
soon.
Oh my god,
That's the plan.
They all send them on missions to go slay monsters, but it's just the neighbors'
Yeah.
pets and shit.
Like so.
That's how they found the house.
So
was-
if tomorrow morning I wake
Smell
up
is-
and quit my job, I'm gonna call them up and I'm gonna say I will not be into work because I'm not Kyle anymore. I'm Mario, and I'm gonna be shrinking down in a pipe and collecting coins in my basement and
jumping on turtles.
fucking turtle chickens. So you guys are just gonna have to go along without me, 'cause- and they have to go. Oh, okay, we'll have fun collecting coins in the
Yeah.
basement and
Yeah.
jumping on
Saving
chicken
the
turtles.
fucking princess.
Let's walk on eggshells here. I'm gonna call in tomorrow and be like, "Hey guys, basically,
Mario quit.
Basically, yeah, my buddy needs a Luigi, so
Yeah.
we would make a pretty good Mario
Yeah.
and Luigi.
Yeah, I'd be a good Mario.
But
That'd be
no, I would
Zelda.
call into work and just be
Be a
like,
Link.
I now identify as a guy that doesn't have a job, so
Yeah, and,
You know, I'm
and
sorry.
but needs money to get
yeah,
by.
of course, I have to have money, and I might get if I don't have money, I might get sad.
Yeah.
I very well might get sad.
What some
Mario
people,
and
some
Luigi are
people
plumbers.
even call it a mental disorder that I don't think I can work anymore. So I just probably need to collect benefits for that.
Right.
Because I don't identify. I identify as a non-worker who needs money. So you guys have
Give
to
it
play
to
along.
me, please.
Who's full-blooded Italian? All right, let's stop on that. Let's call that a good one. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Cave Music Productions, and give it the old thumbs up. For every thumbs up that we get, one also goes up Marcus's asshole. And so let's get that up to 200 likes, fellas.
My word.
And you'd think I wouldn't be wanting these likes, but man, keep them coming.
Keep them rolling in. So, also, still an open call. The video is coming together. We got a guy on board now that will remain a secret until the time being, until we actually do it.
Will remain unanimous.
Unanimous. I like it.
Unanimous.
And he's very good at editing videos, and he says he's down. I got the old the verbal commit so far, which I know doesn't mean much, but I got to get the scholarship filled out, whatever.
Yeah.
God, he should have just quit 2 minutes ago.
Handshakes
And then
don't go anywhere.
we also got to hope that he really does do videos and he's not just saying he does videos as part of his new
see,
identity.
I already went to his office to talk to him. He's got a couch in there, and he seems pretty professional.
Okay.
Just wanted to see how I look.
So it's not one of the fake.
He wanted to see how I look like blowing a dude on film and stuff. So that I mean that you got to walk through the steps when you want to be in show business.
I've seen Backroom Casting Couch, so yeah, I know how it works.
I love the videos. I love the Backroom Casting Couch videos. You know they don't pay. You know you're not gonna get a job for that, right? Like,
just
fucked up.
Suck my cock.
I have to see what you look like.
It's on xvideos.com.
We have to see how you work with the performer.
But we got a good guy, video editor on board, and it's coming together soon. And because I want to get this shit done, get it out. So still the open call, people. Tell
I'm
your
in
friends.
that shit.
Kines is on board with the video.
I signed on.
He's gonna
dance like this.
Showcase some of his slick dance moves and dance just like this. And anyways, yeah, that's it. So Twitter at St. Kines, Kines, at Munkus CMP, Munkus CMP, and at Danny Admire. That one's easy. Yeah, go to the Cave Music page, like it, fucking message me something, dance on my video.
It's all proprietary.
And that's it. So this song, kind of speaking of being a little outside of reality, this song of the week is by Curtis Plum, who I just he's so endearing to me.
He's
like,
great.
This is Curtis Plum with Bike Cop. And if you've heard from him, let me know, because I think we need to get the APB out and find Curtis Plum, get him making music again, because I haven't heard anything for a few years. But anyways,
his last person to hear from him hasn't responded.
This is Curtis Plum, Bike Cop. This has been the CaveCast. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. We love you. Have yourselves a good week. Bert, set shit on fire. Tell your moms we said hi.
Bibbity bibbity.
Bibbity. Tell your moms we said bibbity. What's up?
Catching hour off a 20-foot loading dock, landing on a teenage kid because he jaywalked. Getting so pumped while I ride on the block. Watch me pedal with a fury, yeah. I'm a bike cop, confiscating bows, confiscating pot from the neighborhood youth at the local spot. I got my eyes peeled wide in the vision of a hawk. You got any crime tips? Then let's have a talk. When my tire goes flat, I call for some backup, pedaling away. I make charges stack up. Girls get me off, maybe I'll let you go. But when you're just 16, you really shouldn't smoke. I'm serving the community and getting respect. Flying off a curb cut, putting punks in check. Any middle-class mom who resists arrest feels the wrath of my taser gun when it connects. I'm a bike cop, popping wheelies of justice. You hear the sound of my bike tires busted. My mountain bike has a special name. You'll face arrest if you step in my bike lane. A bike cop, popping wheelies of justice. You hear the sound of my bike tires busted. My mountain bike has a special name. It's called You're Going to Jail. What a shame. I'll pedal to your car and give you a test. Touch your nose, walk the line, better do it correct. Or straight to the county for a DUI. You can hop up on my handlebars, I'll give you a ride. If you try to break the law, I'm gonna hit my brakes, then break out my baton and break in your face. Watch me ride past a crackhead, spray him with mice, then pop another wheelie with incredible grace. You think I got it easy, all the busts I'm making? All I gotta say to that is bike seat chafing. I wanna call it quits when my ass starts aching. It's cool though, ibuprofen's what I'm taking. Your cat's in a tree, people leave it to me. I'll build a wooden jump ramp and soar up with ease. Catch a kitty mid-air with a powerful squeeze. I'll do anything I can to make a citizen please. I'm a bike cop, popping wheelies wellies of justice. You hear the sound of my bike tires busted. My mountain bike has a special name. You'll face arrest if you step in my bike lane. A bike cop popping wellies of justice. You hear the sound of my bike tires busted. My mountain bike has a special name. It's called You're Going to Jail. What a shame.